Hey YouTube community, I'm back here. I'm playing Battlefield 3 if you didn't notice. And I haven't actually played this since Battlefield 4 came out. I didn't even have it installed. But since I'm sure many of you are aware of this, Battlefield 3 is free on Origin until June the 3rd. I already owned it. But I'm sure many of you don't have it that just started with Battlefield 4 and might want to pick this up. And I'm going to assume this is a PC only because you guys on console don't use Origin. Now, I know I'm a few days late saying this, and I haven't actually been logged into Origin to see it, but I thought I'd at least get it out there so you have a few days left to download this if you do want this game. And the game's actually quite a bit of fun still. It's a little bit different going from Battlefield 4 to this. I had forgotten the way the game worked in some ways, and I'm not used to all this crazy suppression. I know they nerfed it at one time, but man, I don't remember it even being this bad, but it had to have been, obviously. But it seems like every time I'm shot at, you have this like Vaseline just rubbed in your eyes. It's very disorientating, and I hate that every gun does this, and your accuracy goes to total crap when being shot at. Anyway, when I did see this up, and I thought, well, I gotta join this, and of course, first server I joined was full of a bunch of new players, all level 1s in below level 10. Quite a few new people, and I thought, I'm going to play some Rush. Since Rush is not the best in Battlefield 4, and I got in there on the AN-94, my favorite gun from Battlefield 3, and a crime that it's not in Battlefield 4, but I did pretty lackluster. I didn't do so bad. I think I was 20 and 12, and I thought I'd do quite a bit better considering most of the other players were very low level, but I was not used to that burst action gun. I don't use burst action so much in Battlefield 4 because the way the hit detection is, and at least in the non-CTE versions of the game, it's so poor using them, and they have a tendency to jam on me still. I pull that trigger just a little bit too quickly, apparently, and the gun just does nothing. I hate that. Unfortunately, during these first games on Rush, my recording software wasn't on, and I didn't notice right away, and I had to restart Battlefield to get it to work, which means I couldn't get back in the same server because the servers are quite full right now. Being it's free, the servers are absolutely packed. It's fairly easy to find a lot of servers, but at the same time, they're pretty full. There's usually a couple people in queue, and good Rush servers are just absolutely taken up by a massive number of people. And that's great that this game, at almost 3 years old, has that big of a community, even if a lot of them are new because of the recent free price. But at the same time, I wanted to jump into some good Rush games, and after 15 minutes or so waiting, I ended up giving up on just trying to play Rush and ended up going to one of these domination matches. And unfortunately then, the only thing that was open was 64-player domination, which is a total clusterfuck if you've never actually tried it. And you know what? You just pick a very fast shooting gun and go at it. And for this, I'm using F2000, which is definitely one of the better guns for close quarters. And a match other than this one, I use M5K, which is absolutely amazing. And I love the fact that it's basically hipfire only in that gun. And this is also a very good gun for hipfire, and I do love my hipfire. I don't like to be accurate down sights. And also, there's that Rex. Oh my god, I love the Rex in this game. And I was a bit sad when the Rex in Battlefield 4 just wasn't the same. Although the SW40 has taken its place, and but at the same time, that Rex is so badass with that reload animation. But when I did actually get into the server, I didn't get to play with all the newbies, and it was actually quite a few players that were highly ranked, and most of them were higher than me. And you'll see a lot that it's the same person. Me and him kill each other a hell of a lot. 64 players, had 32 people to pick from on their team, and it's basically me and Underservant half the damn time. I don't get why that is. In these big games, it tends to be what happens to me for some reason. I keep running into the same person. Either they have the same game pattern as me, or I don't know what it is. But it seems like it's always like me and one other guy when we're playing these big, crazy servers. And you'd think 32 people, you're going to kill them all fairly evenly. But no, even when running around the entire map, some of these matches, I still tended to run into the same person or two. And spoiler alert, I do get a decent number of kills. I think I go 61 and 15, I believe it is. How bad am I? I don't even remember my own score. And there's a lot of these guys, like you just saw there, that are hiding in corners, especially the people that are low. For some reason, they do this little campy thing where they want to hide in the same exact spot all game long. I really hated them. The match before this, we were playing Scrapyard or Scrap Metal, whatever it's called, and I absolutely hated it because there was guys in every conceivable corner, losing every little tiny retarded line of sight, that were just hiding there the entire match with LMGs bipoded, and it was quite annoying. And there was also the guys throwing down C4 down the stairwells just non-stop the entire match, even though the server rules explain that that was against it. But there was no admin on, and nothing actually happened to them. I guess you can expect that with the influx of new players, being the game is free now. Now I know more than a few of you are probably thinking right about now, why you're not playing Battlefield 4, why you're playing this old game, or why you're not giving us weapon reviews or talking about CTE. Well, CTE I think's getting towards the end of its lifespan here, and the patches in the game are going to go into directly into the main game. And there's going to be some big changes by the sounds of it. So I haven't want to do a weapon review because supposedly there might be an off chance that they might change the damage model. And I don't want to review a gun just to be totally outdated here, in maybe a week or two when they actually do release this patch. I honestly hope they don't actually change the damage model, not because I don't want to review all of my weapons again, but I don't want them to elongate the gun battles like they're talking about. I like it how you can die fairly fast and kill people fairly fast. I know people are complaining that they die a little bit too quickly just because the new hit detection allows more of those bullets to actually hit the person you're shooting at, which, common sense. If you are hitting somebody, you're going to kill them much quicker, and you're also going to die a lot quicker. But I don't want that reduced gun damage model. That, to me, especially when people are at range, they're going to have too much of an opportunity to hide, and you're just going to be staring at some post or tree they're hiding behind for way too long. I don't want the game to slow down more than it is already. Of course, the hit detection is not the only thing the patch is bringing. It's also going to reduce the screen shake, which everybody basically hates. There's no reason that the screen just shakes like hell like that. I know in real life it might shake a little bit, or you might be a little bit startled or rattled around, but it's kind of stupid how badly it is. And if you want to see an example of Battlefield 3's hit detection, look at this. My aim was pretty poor there, but that F2000 should have dropped him or hurt him in some way. So Battlefield 4 is not the only game in DICE's history that's just still a bit off in hit detection. But anyway, other noticeable improvements in the next patch is going to be adjustable aim down sight sensitivity, and it also has things where fix for explosion packs not being shootable sometimes. I know I've had that multiple times where there was C4 down and my revolver or sniper rifle or whatever could not blow it up for any reason. And along with that, there's also a few other fixes like a player collision, like when you're running beside each other, and PC chat delay, and all kinds of other little things. Nothing gigantic as far as I'm concerned, but little fixes here and there. And I'm glad they are still working somewhat on this game. I know they're working separately than Visceral on the next Battlefield title, and I'm going to think the reason why we're seeing some of this stuff is hopefully they're improving this for Battlefield Hardline, and I'm sure we're going to see that here in the next about a week or so, and I'm really looking forward to see what they're going to bring to us. And hopefully Visceral's learned from DICE's and EA's mistakes, and we have this new server tick rate and everything works much better than Battlefield 4 ever did. If you did enjoy my video, I would appreciate you hitting that like button, and also please subscribe. I have many other videos like this. Right here I have 2 of my later fail videos, and check them out. They're pretty funny, I think, and there's some weird stuff that goes on in some of them. And everybody have a great day, and thanks for all your support.